Before we start, subscribe. Let's warm up and get straight into it because I have a bad habit of just going, lovely weather we're having, and then like taking 5 minutes, warming up, and then taking another 5 minutes, and then getting. I'll do mandatory sip.
Okay, music's deciding it doesn't really want to play. That's cool. Honestly, I didn't want to hear it.
Oh, nice 7 up from 5. This is a helpful, non-helpful suggestion. If you have a Costco membership, please use it if you're going to the gym, because it's probably the most helpful membership you could have. Getting like a ton of stuff in bulk, especially like eggs, super helpful. Because like a 12 pack at your like regular shop, and like a 24 pack at Costco at like the same price. So if you can afford one, or if you already have one, take advantage of it, because it is really helpful. Other than that, probably like the cheaper supermarkets, if you're in the UK, in America, I'll look into it, but I can't help you. Sorry. You'll probably know more than I do. But here, Aldi, Lidl, that sort of thing, will absolutely be like super helpful for like, even if you're cutting or bulking, really, really helpful. Because you're not going to get very far, especially if you're like a student like me. You're not going to get very far if you're like shopping at like Waitrose or Tesco's. Because like a meal deal is like £5. There is no deal. It's daylight robbery. That's not going in. That was pretty good though. Pretty happy with that. Up by 2 reps. That's pretty nice. What I have tried today is I've realised every time I go to the gym, I have my breakfast and half an hour, 45 minutes later, I start my workout. So I don't know, and I walk, so I don't know how much of those carbs are being used in that walk. I don't know. I don't know the science of it. But I thought maybe I'd try like eating a banana just before I come into the gym. Just to see what would happen. And not exactly like I'm going to explode or anything, or like I'm going to hit the craziest PR, but I just wanted to see how it would affect me. Obviously, I forgot the banana. I did try having pre-workout like 10 minutes before I came in. Because for the longest time, it'd been like, oh yeah, I'll take my pre-workout and then walk to the gym. And 45 minutes later, I'll like start my workout. But obviously, half an hour of that time is just wasted. So that's why I've decided to start like, and it might seem silly to you, and it's like, oh, why haven't you been doing that the entire time? I didn't really think about it, funnily enough. It actually just so went over my head. But yeah, I'm going to try this time, see if it affects me. If it doesn't, then whatever. If it does, then great. But I would encourage that more than anything, instead of like looking online and going, what cookie cutter routine can I find online and paste onto my life. Try and it'll take a bit longer. You might lose faith in it, and I totally get it, because that happened to me in my first year as well, because I was stupid and just didn't really look up anything. But I would try and like try different things and like cross things off and tick things, because and completely customize like your routine and in and out of the gym, because then you'll get the best results from it. But don't be afraid to look up stuff as well. Just it's a balance. Try that again, same weight. Fair enough. No, fair enough. Pretty good though. Pretty good. Oh, get off! There is a serious limit on me for spice. Because there comes a point where it's so spicy, it's no longer enjoyable. I'm just fighting for my life. Let's not even get to the consequences after. That's completely different. Because I got peri-peri wings, right? And you think peri-peri, that's like, everyone can take peri-peri. Peri-peri is good. I like peri-peri. However, this was like covered in chili seeds. So it became a fight, and I had to go, 3 is more than enough. If I have any more than 3, I'll lose my life. That'll be it. Curtains, game over. And my eyes are quite sensitive, so like anything gets in, it'll start crying. It'll start crying. I'll start sobbing, and as soon as I have like spicy stuff, I just start crying or hiccuping. Hiccuping is very, very, very common for some reason. That's not a survival mechanism. Why am I hiccuping? Stop that. It's just annoying. So not only have I got to deal with the spice, I've also got to deal with hiccuping as well and crying. I'm trying to enjoy it. Got to get a bit more of a stretch. It's a weird balance to get on this thing, because it's like, where do I put it where I can still actually push it, because I know I can, but also like, where can I put it where I can get the best stretch? Again, so much of like at the gym is like, you might get stressed and be like, oh, I can't work it out, but there'll be one session where the stars have aligned and you no longer feel like shit, where you're like, oh, I've worked it out. Oh, it was easy. It was just like, it was just there. It is a lot of that. It's like, oh, I finally worked it out. This is great. And then you'll laugh and congratulate yourself. The weather's kind of spiteful because now we've got 2 super hot days, and I'm not happy about it. It's just, this is what happens when I run out of things to say. Oh, the weather, right? Haha, the weather, crazy. But we're up to 40 now, so arms is doing really well. I think definitely giving arms like its own day was a super good idea, and maybe I might do that in the future for my next bowl. Give an entire day to maybe a smaller group that might need a bit more of a kick than the rest of them. What I was going to say, until I forgot, is I'm going to be adding like a exercise at the end of this one that like I think needs a bit more of like a push before the end of the bulk to give it a bit more volume. Obviously, I'm not going to give anything that's like I'm going to be doing tomorrow, like chest or shoulders, today, because it would just be fucking it up for tomorrow. But something like legs or back, I can probably get away with. Maybe I'll add an entire arse day. Oh, and we're good. The scooters that people are using are kind of silly. They do look kind of silly. And with the when you're like using your leg to push it, I can take it more seriously. But it's the fact that someone's just still and using it and sort of just thinking they're going way faster than they actually are. I can't believe they're allowed on like the actual roads, because they don't go nearly as fast enough to warrant them being there. Bikes don't even go fast enough. It's the fact that they don't turn around thinking, oh, maybe I'm not going fast. They're looking straight ahead, well, as they probably should be. Huh. Oh yeah, tricep pushdowns now. What I did, 41.2. Yeah, you might have noticed I changed it from going like, because I used to do stuff like, but then that was just a sort of forwards overhead, so it would have been working the long head. But with this, it's more of a like, you hold like a jackhammer or like a spade. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's more like that, like hunched over and just down, rather than like that. You know what I mean? This is why I don't do like explanation videos. I don't know if I'm doing it wrong, because I've full stacked it now and I've added weight, but now I feel like I've done something wrong and I'm doing the exercise wrong and I'm lifting more than I'm slowing it down. I don't know if I hope I'm not doing it wrong. Yeah, I don't know if anyone here has ever wondered, oh, why does he speed them up? Like, why does he speed the setups? And I'll tell you why. Because one day I'll show you, it might be tomorrow actually, I'll show you tomorrow how awkward a non-sped up set is, right? How weird it is. because my friend messaged me and he was like, maybe try like breaking down what you do, because you speed them up so people might not get a chance to see it. To be fair, and which is why I add like the the last rep, showing you like the intensity and the form that I do, because sometimes you can't really see it when I'm speeding it up. But it's because they look silly. That's why. It's because they look silly, especially when it's lightweight and you're sort of just looking around, like checking the time on some of those first few reps. It's the last reps that like actually count. The last rep that I kind of want to show you. I don't want to do a breakdown videos because one, there's loads of people out there that can explain it 100 times better than I can, and most of the time, I'm just doing what works for me. I can't generalize stuff, so I can't go, yeah, this is going to work for you because.
I did the set.
Yeah, because when I start the cut, I've like planned out my meals and stuff like that. And on at lunch, I have 6 eggs. And I'm living in a flat with like not flat. I'm living in like a house with people at that time. So whoever's there, I'm like a biohazard on my cut. So I'm sorry. Well, if you enjoyed this, give it a like. If you want to see more of me, subscribe, please. And I'll see you tomorrow for shoulders and chest and shoulders. See ya.